Hello, welcome to this very gentle yoga practice for seniors, practiced in a chair. Today we're going to go through all of the 7 movements of the spine. It's so important to keep your spine flexible and mobile, and by moving it in all of its possible directions, it helps to bring that spinal fluid through the spine and keep the spine healthy. We'll also work on joints like wrists and fingers and ankles and elbows, all of the places that we need to keep lubricated, using a little bit of oil like the Tin Man, just kind of keep ourselves a little more mobile. So I hope you enjoyed the practice, and if you do, I hope you'll hit the like button down below, or subscribe so that you can look at all of the videos that I post. Hit the little bell to be notified when I post new episodes. So let's get started. So before we begin moving in our practice, we begin with some breath work. And our breath allows us to become fully present for the practice. We take 10 slow, mindful breaths with a nice tall spine and pay attention to how the breath feels in our body. So find a comfortable seat, nice tall spine, hands on your lap, shoulders relaxed, sternum and the crown of the head lifted, creating space in the rib area so that the lungs can expand and contract. And then with your eyes open or closed, take 10 slow breaths, keeping your attention fixed on how the breath feels in your body. Noticing if it goes deep into the chest, if you feel an expansion of the ribs or not. Noticing if the breath is smooth or choppy. Notice where you feel the breath most predominantly. So you might feel it in the nostrils or in the throat. You might feel it in the chest or even through a gentle expansion of the belly. And once you identify that place where you feel the breath most, just rest your attention there. Allowing thoughts to drift through without taking up a residence. If you notice a thought, see if you can let go of it and bring your attention back to those breaths. So take 2 more breaths, nice and full. And then if your eyes are closed, you can open them. And we will begin with 4 big sun breaths to expand the breath even further. So the arms are down by your sides, spine again is nice and tall. Inhale, the arms come up overhead, just as high as you can get. If you can't get them all the way overhead, that's okay. As you exhale, palms turn away, you let the breath go. 2 more, breathing in and breathing out. In and breathing out. And last one, breathing in, filling up, and then emptying. So today's practice begins with the 7 movements of the spine. Your spine can move in 7 different directions. It can axially extend, it can rotate, it can lean, And it can flex and extend. So we're going to go through all of those motions. And as we move the spine and all of its available movements, we encourage the flow of spinal fluid into the spine, which helps to keep the spine healthy, which helps us to be more mobile and flexible. It can also help to relieve pain. So sitting nice and tall, once again, roll your shoulders up and back. Relax your hands down to your lap. We'll begin with extension. So imagine that you have a little string on your sternum and a little string on the top of your head, and there's someone way above there just kind of pulling you up. So rather than sinking into your chair, you're sitting nice and tall. This is helped if you turn these little hip points down. So if we let these little hip points turn up towards the ceiling, we tend to round and kind of collapse into ourselves. So we want to extend the spine by sitting up. And that involves a little bit of core effort. So you might draw your navel in towards your spine, because all of these muscles need to be working in order to maintain a nice tall spine. So axially extending. And then there are lateral stretches, side stretches. So you can take your right hand to the seat of the chair, or you can let it dangle, and take the right arm down by your side and then sweep it up. Now, if getting it all the way up over your head doesn't work for you, let your hand rest on your head. And then we're just going to take a lean over towards the right, keeping both sitting bones on the chair. So you're not lifting this side off the chair, you're staying nice and planted here. And perhaps feeling a nice stretch through this left side of your body. So the little muscles between your ribs are called intercostal muscles, and when they are stretched and open, it allows us to breathe even more fully. So take nice big breaths into the left side of your body. And then bring yourself back up. This time the left hand comes to the chair or dangles, and the right arm comes up as high as you comfortably can get it. Maybe the hand stops on your head. Maybe you can reach up towards the ceiling. Maybe you can reach over towards the wall on the other side of the room. Again, both sitting bones are connected to the chair, and you're not over efforting. And what I mean by that is you can breathe nice full breaths in this lean, and you're not straining to hold this posture. Breathing nice deep breaths now into the right side. And then coming back up and bringing both hands onto your lap. Take a nice breath in and shrug your shoulders up. And on your exhale, sigh it out. One more inhale. And then a nice breath out. Nice. So, that's 3 movements: axial extension, rotation, lateral stretch to the right, lateral stretch to the left. So now we go into rotation. So in rotation, you want to also include that axial extension, because when we rotate the spine, when we're slumped, we kind of crunch all of those vertebrae along the spine, kind of like a slinky. So when a slinky's collapsed and you kind of twist it, it grinds against itself. But when you open it up, when you twist it, there's lots of room for that to happen. So nice axial extension. Take your right hand to the seat of the chair and take your left hand onto your right thigh. And then rotate ribs and shoulders towards the right. So you're not pulling on this leg to make this rotation. What's actually happening is you're really working and strengthening the muscles around your belly. You can take this right hand behind you if you have more rotation available to you. Don't have to. And we're just going to hold for 3 breaths. So as we hold, we're stretching the muscles here, and we're also strengthening the muscles as we move in this rotation, and we're working our spinal column as we allow the spine to rotate. So lots of good things go on here. You don't want to be going so far that you can't breathe. One more big breath in, and one more big breath out. And then bring yourself back to center. Same thing on this next side. So left hand to the chair and the right hand to the left thigh. That axial extension, nice long spine. And then rotate ribs and shoulders. Only to the degree that's comfortable for you. You don't ever want to force into a twist. Maintaining that nice long spine and creating room for the rotation to happen. Again, working the muscles that wrap your rib cage. But you're not twisting so far that you can't breathe. You want to be able to take nice full breaths. So practice those beautiful breaths we did in the beginning. And then come back forward. Nice. So then the next movement is, next two movements. So we've done lengthening, lateral stretches, that's 3. Rotation, that's 4 and 5. So the 6th and the 7th are flexion and extension. So take your hands to your lap, take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come back up, and as you exhale, lean back. Keep your core engaged. So you're leaning towards the back of the chair. So flexing, coming forward, extending, lengthening, coming back. Always an element of that axial extension in whatever we do. Moving forward and back. So you can do this without holding on, really working your core if you like, or you can do it with your hands on your lap, helping you move forward and back. And then come to stillness, so a nice tall spine. Take a nice breath in, shrug up. Exhale, side out. One more inhale. And another big sigh out. Nice. We'll do one movement for the neck, which is also part of the spine, into the cervical spine we're working. So we're going to imagine a pen on the end of our nose and draw circles. Beginning with small circles. You might imagine drawing a little dessert plate and then eventually moving into a dinner plate. So you're letting them get larger and larger. Not throwing your head back at all. You're still keeping your nose forward, so you're drawing on something in front of you. So the back of the neck stays long. Notice what direction you started your circles and then reverse direction. And if now your circles are big, you might gradually let them become smaller. Until they come to tiny little circles and you can stop and open your eyes. Let's move into our shoulders. We're going to roll our shoulders one at a time. So take your left shoulder up and forward, down and back, up and forward, down and back. We'll do 3 more, up and forward, down and back. And here's the last one. Let's do the other side. So up and forward, down and back, up and forward. 3 more, up and forward, down and back. 2 more, and 1 more. So let's do it backwards, up and back, down and forward, up and back. Two more. Other side, up and back. Here's 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Great. So we're going to start working into our elbows. So bringing your arms out in front of you, shoulder height if you can, but if you need to bring them down a little bit, that's fine. Trying to keep them up, that's going to help engage the muscles at the bottom of the triceps in your arms. So it's a nice strengthener for your arms as well. We're going to tap our shoulders 10 times, bending at the elbow. Here is a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Bring your hands down onto your lap, take a breath in, shrug up, and then let it out, and 1 more time, and let it go. Nice. Moving into the wrists. So bring your hands out in front of you, elbows can be bent, make fists, and just draw circles. Just kind of get right into your wrists. Notice what direction those circles are traveling in, and then reverse that direction. Great. And then interlace your fingers and press your palms away. Turn your palms in and bring your hands to your heart. Turn your palms away, press them away from you. Nice stretch into the fingers you might feel here. Turn your palms inward, bring them back to your hearts. 2 more. Turn the palms outward, press as far as you can. Nice stretch through the palm of the hand and the fingers. Bring it back. And last one, push away. And bring it back. Great. And hands to your lap. Bringing your left hand out in front of you and turning your palm down. Take your thumb and bring it to the palm of your hand. Wrap your fingers around the back of your hand and give a gentle tug on your hand towards you. Keep your arms straight. So you're getting a nice stretch through your forearm. And then turn your hand up. This time, fingers on the palm, thumb on the back of the hand, draw the hand back. Keep the arm straight. And then relax down. Other side, so the hand comes forward and the palm turns towards you. Thumb on your palm and the fingers on the back of your hand. Arm is as straight as you can keep it, and you're drawing back on your hand. So not pulling so hard that you're going to break your wrist. It's just a nice gentle stretch for your wrist, your carpal tunnel, into your forearm. And then other way, so your hand is pushing up and your fingers are on the palm of your hand, your thumb is behind, and you're gently drawing back. And the arm is as straight as you can comfortably keep it. And then bring your hand down to your lap. Take a nice shrug up, and a nice sigh out, and 1 more, and then let it go. Nice. So let's do a little bit of work with our fingers. So with your hands out in front of you, palms up, bring your little finger in, then your ring finger, middle finger, pointer, and thumb. So you now have a fist. Open your thumb, your pointer, your middle finger, your ring, and your pinky. Close it 1 finger at a time, pinky, ring, middle, pointer, and thumb. Open from thumb, pointer, middle, ring, pinky. One more time, bringing them in one finger at a time, opening up one finger at a time. Great. Making fists and open them wide, wiggling your fingers. Your palms can be up or down. Make fists, thumb out, open up wide, wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then make fist, thumb out. Once again, open up, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Create a fist this time with the thumb in. Open up and wiggle. Thumb in. Open up and wiggle. Thumb in. Open up and wiggle. And then shake, 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 shake. And bring those hands to your lap. Close your eyes. So you might notice a little bit of tingling perhaps, some energy movement in your fingers and your wrists, maybe into your forearms. So when we move our body parts, we encourage the flow of fluids, blood, lymph, synovial fluid, all the things that keep our tissues healthy, keep our bones healthy, keep our muscles mobile. So just appreciate that. And we'll move down into our hips. So in order to move our hips, we have to lift our right foot off the ground and just draw circles with our knee. So you can hold your leg up as you do this. Switch direction. Great. And then put your foot down and take the other foot off the ground. Again, holding or not. Draw circles with your knee as if you're painting a canvas in front of you. And then go in the opposite direction. Great. And then lower it down. Moving from our hips, down our legs to our knees, we're just going to extend and bring it in. Just kind of kicking our leg forward and back. That was 2. We'll go to 5. That's 3. And 4. And 5. Other side, 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. Great. So now both legs at the same time. You can hold your chair if you need to. Get nice and settled and safe in your chair, just as if you're on a swing. Remember doing this as a young kid? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. And bring it down. So take your right foot off the ground once again, and then hug your shin towards your body. And rotate your ankle. So just allow the crackles and the pops to happen. And most likely there'll be some. Point and flex your foot. So pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Curl your toes as you point, spread your toes as you flex. Great. And then bring that foot down to the ground. Take your right foot up off the ground, draw circles. Again, the other direction. And then hug in, and circle, and crackle, and pop. So the bigger and slower the circles, the better. Reverse direction. And then point, and flex, and point, and flex. Curl your toes as you point, flex your toes, spread your toes while you flex. Nice. Beautiful. And then bring that foot down to the ground. So we've moved just about every joint, and we have moved our spine in all of its 7 directions. We're going to end with 3 rounds of seated sun salutations. So bring your hands down by your sides, sit nice and tall. Inhale the arms up overhead. As you exhale, come to cactus arms. And as you inhale, take a little lean forward. Exhale your hands to your thighs. Glide your hands to your knees and decide, do you stay here, reaching your head forward? If you're uncomfortable turning your head down, do that, stay here. Otherwise, glide your hands towards your feet and turn your head down. On your inhale, straighten your arms. And on your exhale, fold back down. On your inhale, sweep your arms wide. And if your hands are on your thighs, just press yourself up. Arms come overhead. We come back to where we began in seated mountain pose. So that's it, and we're going to do 2 more. Inhale the arms up overhead. So be sure to modify where you need to. Exhale into cactus. Inhale, lean. And exhale, hands to the thighs, glide either to your knees, extending your heart forward, or letting your head turn down as your hands move towards your feet. If you're folded, on an inhale, straighten your arms and lift your heart, reach it forward. And on your exhale, bring it back down. On an inhale, sweep your arms wide, or press your hands into your thighs to come up. Find the method that works best for you. Come back to mountain. Last time, inhale, arms overhead, and exhale into cactus. Take a little lean forward, and on your exhale, glide all the way down. If you like, stay just parallel to the floor if that's better for you. If you're folded, find a long spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, reverse it. Bring it all the way up. Palms pressed together, thumbs to the sternum. Close your eyes and just notice, perhaps kind of dive inside and see if you feel anything has shifted or changed. Maybe the body's warmed or you feel a different energy flow. And to end the practice, we always end in the Savasana, that still pose that allows all the good things that we've just done for our body to digest. Excuse me, I get the hiccups. So, if you're going to stay on the chair, find a comfortable position in it. If you are able to safely get down onto the floor, go ahead and do that. Lie on your back, maybe put a blanket over you, or you could even lie on the couch. And if you fall asleep, great, no problem. Close your eyes. Take a nice big breath in, and then let the breath out. Allow all of the parts of your body that touch the chair or the floor just to relax. Allow your breath to slow down. You might even do a little body scan, bringing awareness to the crown of your head or your forehead or your temples. Notice if your jaw is clenched, perhaps you can release it, relax it, wiggle it. Letting your shoulders relax, your upper back, mid-back, and low back relax. Your heart and your lungs and your diaphragm soften and relax. And your arms from the shoulders to elbows to wrists and hands and fingers become heavy. The belly relaxes and softens. And the legs relax from the hips to the knees, through the shins and the ankles and the tops and bottoms of the feet. Resting in this sense of presence and connection to the here and now. Allowing thoughts to drift past as you did in the beginning, not letting them take up residence, just let them float by and allow your awareness to be on this sense of presence in the body. Resting here for as long as you wish. Waking up to go about your day when you're ready. When you do decide to move, just take a nice full body stretch. And until next time, namaste.